Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 120, and today we are returning with the grand finale, the season finale. It's the Champions League final as we take on Manchester City in an all-English affair in Turkey. Of course, it's our first ever Champions League final in the series. Super excited for it. And of course, don't forget, it's only our third season in the Champions League as well. So to reach this stage, absolutely amazing. And of course, you missed the last episode. You missed our progress to competition after our second leg in the semi-final victory, semi-final second leg victory over Bayern at the Den, and of course us winning the Premier League title as well on the final day with our 5-1 victory over Burnley as well. What a great episode that was last night, by the way, and hopefully we'll take the momentum heading into this game and get the win here over Man City. And based on how the both teams have beaten this season, it's a fitting final. You know, no two teams deserve to be in the final more than these two, and it's going to be a really, really great challenge. I think we're underdogs for it. We are considered favourites, but personally I think we're probably slight underdogs due to the fact we are missing Carl Allsop, who's been such a big part of our season this year. And of course, City do have a better record against us overall in the series. However, I think it'll probably be quite a balanced game, this one, and it could go down all the way to the wire, which would be fitting, really, based on how the league campaign went for us. So heading into the game, we're going to play the 4-2-4 in the final with our normal instructions in this system. And again, the only absentee from the final is Carl Allsop, but it is a big blow, missing Allsop for the final. And this will be our team for the game in our first ever Champions League final. We've got Pekovic in goal, about for retirement, Vacek, Ferenjek and Pereira, with Paolo and Weston McKennie for the final time in Millwall shirt starting in the CMs. The wings are Louise and Webster, who of late has been in brilliant form for us. Knocked all together, it's Benker, if he scores one more goal, gets 60 for the year in all competitions. And of course, Ricardo Beitanin. On the bench, Fernandez, Daniel, Pingu Ranieri, Dobby O'Connell and Dale Kabaki as well. I really want to put Black on the bench, but if I do, who do I take off? Because there's no one really going to be taken off that bench there that's going to be right for us, because Kabaki, of course, has to be on the bench. O'Connell's been good all season long. Dobby, of course, one of our most important squad players. Ranieri, probably the only player we can afford to take off, but then we wouldn't have a backup right back. So John Black, he's been a staple throughout the series, but he'll miss the final, and he'll have to watch on from the stands as we take on Man City in the Champions League final. So first and only game, it is indeed our first ever Champions League final. Let's get the win. Come on, you Lions. Also, I don't know what happened in the last episode, by the way, when our badge went white, but as you can see, I have fixed it. I just reloaded the skin, and that fixed it for us, so that's good to know, because I wouldn't want to see, you know, Millwall Champions League winners, and then it just be a white little square there. But as you can see, we've motivated and made sure everyone looks happy heading into the final. And I'm excited for this. I'm really, really excited for this, because I think we can win it, and it'll be amazing if we can. We've won a domestic double this season. That's the first time we've done that, of course. And to win the Champions League final, to win a treble in this our 12th season, that will be absolutely awesome. But it's going to be a close game. This will certainly, I think, be settled by just a one goal, if not on penalties, and that really would be fitting, as the first highlight's going to fall 4 minutes in with Paolo Capango on the ball for the Lions. And our number 4 plays back towards Josh Timon, and our left back finds Weston McKennie, again starting for the final time in Millwall shirt tonight, with Ricardo Beitanin now on the ball, dispossessed by Munam, and City win it back. Who's going to get the first chance of the game and set the tone early here in Turkey? Krajewski on the ball, back to De Vrij, and the number 8 looking for a teammate, gives it back to the number 14, and Krajewski back to De Vrij as they play keep ball between one another right now. Good tackle by McKennie, but City get it back, and here's Krajewski on the ball, going for goal, firing it over the bar. City looking to start off on the front foot in this game as Luiz floats in a free kick. Beitanin knocks it back to him as the Brazilians link up here, and Luiz comes inside and finds Ricardo. Beitanin is dispossessed, and now a chance on the break for City. Paslak on the ball, taken over the halfway line and continuing to run. Good ball to Boateng down the left-hand side, who crosses, and Louise clears it away. Webster flicks on, but the danger not fully clear from Millwall. City starting off on the front foot. It's De Vrij to Krajewski, rolls it through, and Poirot puts it just off target. Still 0-0. City putting us under the cosh straight away. Most of City's players are new gens and regions, but they've got some real players out there, such as Paslak and Justin Kluivert and Lafont in goal for them as well. We've seen some of them new gens and regions throughout the series for different teams and for City as well, as Louise is now on the ball. And we're looking for our first opportunity. Can we find it here? Ricardo Beitanin plays it across towards Josh Tarman in space down left-hand side here to cross the middle. Instead finds Louise. And now Louise will cross. Webster's getting up. Beitanin! 1-0 to Lions. And Millwall draw first blood in the final. Clinton Webster said it pre-game. Finally, after a really poor season, is turning up when it matters most. Clinton, what a fantastic little knockdown to Ricardo. And Beitanin, our club record signing, puts us in front, and a goal up in Turkey. Nice knockdown by Clinton. Beitanin with a finish. 1-0 to Lions. Come on. We're not supposed to be in the final. The board only wanted us to get to the first knockout round. And here we are in Turkey, up by a goal. In our first ever Champions League final, as De Vrij fires that shot wide and behind for a goal kick. Still 1-0 to Millwall. But City have played better in this first half of the first half. So we can't count our chickens just yet. But as Louise receives that Petkovic kick and plays it long to Benga down left-hand side. A chance for a second. Julian Beitanin just over the bar. He played so well against Burnley, man of the match display, and he's carried that over into this game on the big stage. Still 1-0, could have been 2. And yet another highlight as Petkovic launches the ball long and Ricardo lost out to Vincent in the air. This has been a brilliant first half. So often the big games can be letdowns. Not tonight. Poirot's shot goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick. City are getting the chances, but they can't hit the target. 8 attempts, only 1 of which has tested Petkovic, as we still lead by a goal here in Turkey. Moonen on the ball, out wide towards Boateng, and again City will attack us here, down his left-hand side. Grajewski steps past Weston McKennie, and feeds it through to Poirot, but Timon clears, and now Benker's beat his man, and away goes Julian Benker, running through and going for goal, and dragged it way wide. Should have just waited for the supporting run of Ricardo there, in the end took it on from range, and could not hit the target. Still leading by a goal, as we end the first half, and I've got to say, we're 45 minutes away from the Champions League, and as things stand, City, they're getting opportunities but cannot test us at all. The lead is still 1, and now we'll do it for the first half. It's my final half-time team talk of the season. I don't know whether to encourage the players at the break, tell them to guard against complacency, or just let them go out there with clear minds, which I normally do when we're up by a goal. Because at the moment, the mentality and the body language of the players is all positive. Everyone's either composed or motivated and fired up. In Louise's case, I'm not going to say you got one hand on the cup, because I know for sure we'll have no hands on the cup come full time. I don't think I'll say we've got to guard against complacency either, because we said that against Norwich and we slipped up in the second half of the game. So I think we'll just leave things as they are. That's how I normally do things when we're leading at half-time. We'll leave things as they are. Both our fullbacks on bookings. That's the main concern heading into the second half. But no changes to our tactics, no changes to our roles, no change to our personnel. Second half underway, and we're 45 minutes away from the treble. Harry Kane is still on the bench, and City have brought on Bianchi instead of him. That's an Italian striker that I could have actually signed in January. He was put on the transfer list. And I'm glad that Kane is on the bench because he always scores against us in FM. But the second half is well underway. We're entering the final 20 minutes and we're still up by a goal. Haven't made any changes yet. And, well, we're heading into the final quarter of an hour and it's still 1-0. Benker's had a really poor game out there, unsurprisingly so on the big stage. I think I'll freshen up our midfield here and take off Paolo for Dobby. I know Weston McKennie is on a booking, but I'll just freshen that up there in the deep line playmaker role, just for more energy through the middle of the park. And as we approach the final 10 minutes, we're almost there. City still have only had 1 shot on target in the entire game. Is that going to change here as we enter the dying embers? Boateng's cross, well dealt with by Ferencek. The vice-captain clears, and our chance on the break. Webster to Beitanin, the goal scorer, plays it across towards Louise as the Brazilians keep the ball between one another here. And now Timler receives the ball into Dobby off the bench, and the Romanian will do what? Keep hold of it for now and play it short to McKennie, now out towards Timon. As we keep hold of the ball, it's a great ball by Timon to release Louise, and Benker's in the middle. He's found him. Beitanin! 2-0 to Millwall. Ricardo Beitanin bags his brace, and it's 2-0. But no, the goal's been disallowed for offside, and it's still 1-0. I thought that was it. Thought that was the moment there. I thought we'd done it. We're heading into the final 5 minutes. I'll take off Pereira for Ranieri, who's on a booking right now, and bring on the Brazilian-born Polish right back. 3 minutes of normal time, and that's all that separates us and the Champions League. Timon's cross. Oh, and Webster hits it into the side netting. We've not defended poorly at all in this game. I was a little bit worried that City would carve us open with their attacking prowess, but instead, we're doing enough. We're into stoppage time. And Beitanin's been brilliant at it. I don't want to take off Julian Benker, but I'd like to get Kabaki on the pitch. Webster's done well out there, and he is tiring a little bit. I might possibly take him off for Keith O'Connell. Who do I make my third sub? Do I make anyone? I'll take off Louise for Pingu down that left-hand side, more fresh legs down that side. But as we're almost there, we're into the 4th minute stoppage time, and I think that's going to do it. One final chance. No, it's all over. And I can't believe it. Millwall have won the Champions League. Ricardo Beitanin's first half strike separates the side, and the treble is won. I'm stunned. Passionately, I'm going to say congratulations, boys. Enjoy these moments. You deserve it. Everyone is delighted and gained confidence, apart from Ranieri, who I can't individually talk to. But the Lions have done it. It's a treble for Millwall. Status quo is bearing out on the tannoy here in Turkey. Millwall have won the Champions League. Come on. The news article really sums it up here. Elite attacking midfielder Ricardo Beitanin gave Millwall the lead with a well-timed finish from close range in the 15th minute. Another particularly interesting talking point saw Millwall have an 81st minute goal questionably ruled out for an infringement. And at the end it says here, for a match which promised so much, quality was in short supply, with the vast majority of shots failing to even hit the target. And that's the truth. There were some good chances, particularly in the first half, but no one really could hit the target on a consistent basis. But we did when we needed to. We struck early in the first half, and in the end, that goal separates the two sides. Whoopsie daisy. That goal separates the two sides, and we are champions of the Champions League. Millwall fans worship me as we have won the treble. And it said down there we won the, was it the quintuple? The quintuple. Of course, really, we know it's just a treble. The Community Shield doesn't count for us. It's the Carabao Cup, the Premier League, and our first ever Champions League as well. What an incredible season for Millwall. And as you see the review here, Millwall certainly look back at some great wins along the way, with perhaps the most notable including their 3-2 aggregate win over Chelsea. That was an amazing tie. Their convincing 5-1 aggregate win over Bayern. That was also amazing. And our impressive 3-0 dismantling of Shakhtar. And of course, the 3-2 aggregate win over PSG as well. All of our knockout ties were brilliant in this Champions League. The likes of Julian Benker and Keith O'Connor were key to the Lions Cup success, with reports of a maximum bonus pot of around £700 per player for winning the competition. Millwall players have certainly got much to celebrate, and we were also considered the biggest overachievers as well. City had won the competition 2 years ago, and they'd won it 2 years since the save began, in the first official year of the save, 17-18, and 2 years ago there as well. But this is our first ever final, our first ever European win in the Champions League. Of course, we won the Europa League as well. Benker won the Golden Boot too. He doesn't hit 60 for the season then, but I could not care less. Millwall, Champions League and treble winners. Unbelievable. I would like to know whether I've been put into the icons list now for Millwall, because I've been in the favoured personnel since last season, as Benker managed to make it second place in the forward of the season, but not top despite winning the Golden Boot. It's a bit surprising, and he was the only one from Millwall, despite us winning the competition. That's a bit disappointing. I would like to know if I have made it onto the icons list. It would be great if I have. Let's find out together. Dun dun dun. Yes, I have. Top of the icons list. Tim Cahill is now below me. That's a bit of a surprise. And I've made it onto the icons list. That's awesome. And Ricardo Beitanin for scoring the winning goal in the Champions League final is now a favoured personnel as well. What a debut year Ricardo had for us. His performance, the man who match display on the final day, helping us win the title, and all season long, brilliant. 17 assists in 34 Premier League games, an average of 1 every 2 games, and 13 goals as well. 56 million, 240 grand a week. Would you say he was worth this contract? I'd certainly say so. Ricardo Beitanin, fans' favourite already. We absolutely love Ricardo. And there you go. The Champions League is won. And, well, we're done, aren't we? We're done. The Champions League is won. The treble is won with the Premier League as well. We're done. I did not think this was going to be our final season in the FM Save, but it is. We've done what we set out to do, make Millwall the best football club in the world at this current point, and no one can argue that based on our record-breaking season in the Premier League. Well, technically second best, but if we didn't count this season from last year in real life, then it's a record-breaking season, and our Champions League win and our treble win as well. So in terms of the Millwall overall best 11, we can see who's been inducted into it. Kabaki is the only player, and our best 11 now looks like this. Pekovic in goal, back for retirement. Cooper, Ferinchek and James Bree. Luis, Dobby O'Reilly and Webster. And Marek Kuchar and Julian Benker as well. Of our bench being Lunin, Hutchinson, Menji, Ferguson, Gregory, Meredith. And then Kabaki making it in as well. We'll see the end of season awards saw Benker unsurprisingly voted fans player of the season. 76% of the votes. When you score 59 goals, I think that's justified. Signing the season was undoubtedly Ricardo Beitanin, £56 million. No surprise there. And young player of the year was Pingu, 24 years old. And Beitanin won goal this season, but I don't remember that one. What was that? We played the game on camera because this was the game that clinched our qualification to the group stage, but I don't remember it. Looks like a distant strike, and it was, oh yeah, worthy winner. What a goal from Ricardo Beitanin. And what a season he had, our new number 9, to replace Marek Kuchar, and what a season he had was fantastic. I wonder how Kuchar actually got on at Juventus. I'll be interested to find that out real quickly. How did he do for Juve in his debut year there? 9 goals in 25 games in the league and 3 assists as well. 4 goals in 8 for Czech Republic. And none in Europe. It's not a great debut year in Italy from Marek Kuchar. And it just goes to show you, out with the old, in with the new, and look at the benefits it brought us. As for our season review, few would have tipped Millwall to achieve more than continental qualification at best heading into the season, but the Lions confounded every expectation by finishing top of the pile as unlikely champions. It was a superb season for the Lions who, aside from a short spell early in the season around August where they dropped to 3rd, consistently performed above expectations and were able to become most unlikely title winners. I think it wasn't August when we had our struggle, it was actually April, wasn't it? Or March? I think it was April. And as you can see with the competitions as well, Champions League winners, Premier League winners, the FA Cup of course the one disappointment, we couldn't retain the trophy, but we also won the Carabao Cup and the Community Shield as well. And it means that other than the 1 year where we lost to United in the Carabao Cup final, every single season after that, when we had a final, we won it. We have a brilliant record in finals, and I'll say to the boys in the end of season team meetings, discuss the plans for next season, even though we won't be playing it now. Congratulations on winning the title. It's a great achievement, but that was the easy part. The job now is to make sure we retain next time around, something we've never done in this series, never retained a single trophy. It will be tough, but I know you're all capable of it, and everyone reacts positively as well. So there we go. The end of season is done, and it seems like the end of season is done as well. The treble is won. Millwall Football Club, best in the world. And I have to say, this has really caught me by surprise because I did not think this was going to happen. I thought we were probably going to lose the final, and I thought maybe next year we'll get our revenge on City, but instead, to go ahead and do it and to win that treble, I'm just delighted. Beitanin got a new record of 19 assists in the season. No surprise, Benker's 59 goals was a new record, surpassing his previous record of 43 as well, and set the record for most man of the match awards as well, also breaking his record. And Petkovic broke his own record as well, 26 clean sheets in a season as well. So I think we're going to end today's episode there then, and this was the season finale, but what we'll do is with every single FM save, what I do is the final episode I do is a special in-depth look at the save, where we'll go through the team in full, we'll go through what went on around the world in full as well, and we'll end it with a special in-depth look at the save, where, well, I can't believe it. We're finished. It's done, and I did not think it would happen in our 12th season, but Millwall are treble winners, and I'm absolutely delighted. What a season. It was the best season by some distance, an extraordinary year, everything, but the FA Cup was won, everything went according to plan. What a season for Millwall, what a season for Julian Benker, and in general, what a season I've had in FM. This has got to be my best FM season in I don't even know how long. I can't remember the last time I had a season like this. It was unbelievable, and without question, one of my best ever in any FM save I've ever done, for YouTube or for personal. So that will end the season finale, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy the season finale, then please drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And the really channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Sunday. Enjoy your day. And we'll return with the series finale, which will be the special in-depth look at the save, where we'll go through the team and the club and the behind the scenes of the club in general, and also what went on around the world throughout the save as well. I can't believe it. Millwall are treble winners. Come on, you Lions. No one likes us. We don't care. And I'll see you for the series finale very soon. Bye.